Hi, beautiful people. I hope you've had a wonderful week. This is Jackie Nyaminde on the Netwalking TV. I'm trying to keep it low because it's in offices za watu. So today I'm at Ongata Rongai, Raquel Plaza, and guess who I've come to spend my day with? I'm spending my day with Frankie Just Gym It at his gym, Just Gym It, that is right here on the 3rd floor. We are going to talk about quite a lot. You know, we are going to talk about all the beautiful women around him, his family, his fitness journey, and many, many more, much more. So join me on the Netwalking TV. Come, baby, come, baby, come. Bwana CEO.
Hey. Welcome.
Thank you, how are you?
Good.
Good to see you, man.
You too.
Unaendeleaje?
Umevaa gym attire.
Lakini usinihemeshe please. Usinihemeshe.
Welcome.
Asante. Unaendeleaje?
Nataka ukae hiyo side ama side ya boss.
Wacha nikae hii side. Sijafika hapo. This is nice.
Thank you very much.
I love it.
Welcome. I'm Just Gym It. This is where I look for money.
For your bread and butter.
For my children.
For your children's.
Yes.
How are they?
Good.
They're growing, man. I see them on Instagram, and the boys are growing really tall.
I have a 9-year-old, almost 10. You know, it's
okay. How old are they now?
There's a 9-year-old, 6-year-old, 4-year-old, and a 3-year-old.
Okay.
Before done.
How do you juggle that and your fitness and your influencing and everything? How are you able to do that?
As a man,
yeah.
Ni lazima.
You
have to find a way.
Yeah.
No, life doesn't wait for you.
Yeah.
You have to find a way.
So how have you managed to find the balance? Because we know of 2 baby mamas.
Yes.
Those are the ones we know about.
Yes.
And you have been very open about, you know, your family and your kids and the women in your life.
Yeah.
Do they get along?
Well, they've never been put in the same room together.
Okay.
Ever since the situation that happened.
Okay.
But I'm not too sure. Maybe that's up to them to decide.
That's up to them to decide. True.
Yeah. But for me, my main focus
is the kids.
I get to see them.
Yeah.
Get to interact with them.
Okay.
I have a great time, you know, being a dad.
Yeah,
learning
I see that.
The journey.
Yeah.
My kids are literally my main motivators. Like
okay.
For me to have, you know, this space that I have here, to work as hard as I do with my content stuff, it's because of them. Otherwise, ningekuwa peke yangu.
Ingekuwa ni sherehe.
Minimum tu ile.
You earn and you spend. You earn and you spend.
As long as you can go out, party, eat, wear some nice clothes.
Yeah, you're good to go.
Yeah.
So, do your kids have they ever met?
Not yet.
4 kids, right?
Yeah, 4 kids.
Have they? They've
not
met.
yet.
Yeah.
That's something that I'm working on.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So ni kitu tuna nini?
Okay, but of course the older ones know that there's the younger ones.
Yeah, no. They know they exist. Hata ukiangalia simu yangu hapa, so unaona
ndio wako.
You can see.
Kabisa.
And it changes after every hour. So when they're playing with my phone, hey, Papa, who's this?
Yeah.
That's your sister. Who's this? That's your other brother.
Amazing.
Okay, cool. So
I love how you're doing it, man.
Yeah.
You're I think kids come into your life and they change your whole perspective of life completely. You're never the same person.
Definitely. Yeah. It forces you to mature faster, prioritize, and like I said, it's a motivation that you can't explain to someone else. Until you apate mtoto.
Hawezi elewa, true. Oh, nice. So I want you to take me around your space. I've seen some amazing equipment, east side, kuna east side. So you'll take me on the treadmill slowly.
Hakuna shida.
Gently.
Unajua hapa ni ofisi, hapa ndio mfanya kazi. There's nothing much happening here.
Yeah.
But let me take you to the good stuff.
Okay. So you have 3. How many 3 liters do you take?
Just one.
You take one.
You want me to take how many?
But mimi na wewe ni kama tuko same. Nachukuanga kama 2.5.
Oh yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. A lot of people don't hydrate.
Yeah. And with a lot of I do a lot of lemon and ginger. My first drink in the morning is lemon, ginger with Himalayan salt. and apple cider.
So the good thing about salt as well,
Yeah.
it helps water absorb into the muscles.
Yeah.
So people, you can find yourself, you're drinking water, but you're not getting hydrated.
Ah.
You understand? So there's not a lot of pulling into the muscles. Salt does that.
Yeah.
And Himalayan salt is a good salt as well. Because it's being used.
It's being used.
It's
That's
being
why.
used.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's being pulled into the system. If you're finding yourself going to the toilet a lot, it means it's just flushing.
Yeah, because it's just now empty, just empty water getting in and out.
Yes, and if your urine becomes like, I know this is TMI, but if it becomes too clear, also it's bad for you.
Oh.
You need it to have a slight, like a light green tint to it.
Okay.
Yeah, not the yellow, light green tint.
Yellow kimbia hospitali.
Yellow ikikuwa ile golden yellow.
Kisonono.
Your kidneys are failing.
Okay. So this is where you do your thing.
Yes. So upper, this is usually like the mixture of, upper body, and then pia kuna the cardio machine.
Yeah.
So in terms of which is the hardest, pale.
Yeah, this one I've
finishes.
tried. The one with you go with something like a rope on your waist.
Yes.
Oh, this one can kill you.
Yeah, you tie it around.
Yeah.
Start walking up that mountain.
Yeah, what is it called? Stairmaster.
There's a Stairmaster. This is called the Jacob's Ladder.
The Jacob's Ladder.
Yeah, Jacob's Ladder. It's a tough one.
Okay.
And then after that, then you have this one. This is just like, this is the manual version of the treadmill. So obviously being a businessman, stacking it to me is steamer. Stacking to me is steamer. So I got this one, which literally works with your momentum, right? So this one sets the difficulty of it, but it goes with your momentum. Nikisonga mbele, inaenda haraka. Nikisonga nyuma, it slows down. So it goes with my pace. You get? It's I've seen a lot of people finding it difficult to use because kuna venye unapata mtu ana struggle, but once
like
you get the flow of it, you then just walk like the way you'd walk outside.
So have you ever had someone maybe here and they had themselves
gone flying?
Yeah.
Not
like
here,
what
but
you see in those YouTube videos.
Not here, but I've seen.
You've seen it.
Nimeona certain people going flying.
Oh, okay.
But not necessarily here. Here, what we usually do is we set first of all this setting to be a bit tough, so that when you're walking, you have to exert some energy, right?
Okay.
If it's loose, that's when you go faster. Okay. So you exert some energy, and then also there's the railings, and then tunaambia tuenda pole pole kwanza. But then you'll find after a couple of days, you've already mastered it.
Okay.
It's just a mind-muscle connection type of thing.
Yeah.
And then you just get used to it. And then after that, ndio hii na ile pale roa. So I usually see people using the roa more than this bike.
Okay.
But the bike also, it has its benefits.
Yeah.
So this is my cardio room.
Your cardio area
slash upper body, because there are upper body machinery as well. Yeah.
Okay. So how did you begin your fitness journey? Like what pushed you to start this, and when did you?
Sasa. Wacha nikwambie ukikuwa hapa.
Gladly.
You want information, you have to work for it.
Okay.
So, have you ever done this one before?
No, I've never. I just do the treadmill.
Just walk pole pole, nimeka resistance hard kidogo. And then, the way you'd walk outside.
Okay.
Yeah. So for me, it started a long time ago when I was very young. I think I was about the age of probably like 16, because I went to North Wales on it was supposed to be a rugby scholarship.
Okay.
But then it took too long to get the scholarship, so my mom just decided to pay for it straight up.
All right.
So I went there because of rugby. I was quite good at rugby.
Oh.
The school I was at was amazing for rugby as well.
Which school?
It's called Rideau Penrose. It was in a place called Colwyn Bay, North Wales.
Okay, ngoja kwanza Frank. Wewe ni Mkenya?
Yes.
So are you
nimetembea.
Umetembea. So you went to school out of the country?
Majority of my upbringing is done outside of Kenya.
Okay.
Yes, yes. So North Wales is just one of the places I was at.
Okay.
So when I was in North Wales, rugby was my thing. I was really good at it. I did that for about 2 years, but then I noticed I had an issue with my knee.
Okay.
So when I got that issue and I was told by the doctor, look, if you want to have knee surgery by the age of 30, then you'll find out it was the wrong decision. So I was like, okay, let me stop this. By the time I was stopping, I was entering uni. Now you see, uni, you don't have...
So wait, you had to stop playing rugby?
I had to stop everything. My trajectory changed. I was supposed to be a rugby player.
And how was that? How was that for you? And especially at a young age, you've been told what you envision yourself doing in future. Then you're told you can't do it anymore.
Your dream career out the window. So yeah, it was tough. It was like, okay, what do I do now?
Yeah.
Like, what am I... Like, that was my thing. And then in school, like, I wasn't really bothered by school education like that.
Yeah.
But then, and it wasn't like I'm a fool or anything.
Yeah.
It's just that I didn't put my attention to that. So I think now because of that, I was forced now to put my attention into education. So I was like, okay, let me now go into uni. So I went uni, did my first year, and my first year was awful.
Oh yeah?
I was partying because I didn't have structure. Like, fitness, not even fitness, but like rugby gave me structure. It allowed me to know
there's structure, there's discipline.
Mnamka asubuhi 5 a.m. You go train, you eat breakfast before all these other kids.
Yeah.
You literally go training they would come take us in the middle of class to go for a match.
Okay.
You'd feel like, the cool kids,
Mnatoka class.
At like 2, everyone's looking like, wow, where this guy's going.
So ni maths
double, just like,
double maths, and then you metoka class.
There was a direction, there was structure.
Yeah.
But then all that went away, so I didn't know what to do with myself. So
for
me, I was partying, I was drinking, I was literally just doing the uni life, right? And at that time, I was in Liverpool. So I went to uni in Liverpool, John Moores.
Okay.
So Liverpool, first of all, is primarily student-heavy city. So it's full of students. I think it's like about 500,000 students, right?
That's much.
Because there's so many universities there. So partying was literally Monday. Actually, it was Monday to Thursday. Then Friday to Sunday was like for the older guys, sisi sasa. Pretty much sasa vile sisi tuko hapa hivi. Yeah, then we would have the weekends and all that. But Monday to Thursday, student nights. Yeah. And everything was cheap. Alcohol was cheap. Everything was cheap. So I remember there was one night stroke morning. I was at a friend's place. We're playing PlayStation. Yeah. And I'm looking at the window, the way you can see like a crack of light coming through the window.
Yeah.
There was a crack of light coming through the window, and I'm thinking like, wait, it's actually morning. It's about 8 a.m. in the morning. Yeah. I've been partying all night. We're sitting here literally like playing PlayStation, drinking, drunk, and
I haven't done nothing with my life.
My mom is literally paying a fortune to have me here. Yeah. What am I doing with my life? Yeah. So literally, I just put the pad down, walked all the way to my house. I just said, okay, first things first, I have to register to a gym. And that's what I did that day. I went registered to the gym. I'd actually found out the day before that I'd failed my first year. So I went, did my receipts, applied for my receipts as well, applied for my first year again, and then signed up to the gym.
Your first year?
I had to repeat my first year.
Okay.
And then, it gave me structure. And then even where I was living, I had to move. I got like a nice studio apartment. Because
why was it? Because you wanted to get away from all the partying and all your friends?
So I wanted to have a new space where people don't know where I live. Okay. So that they can come and get me. Yeah. So that was that day. And from then on, it was just gym, school. Gym, school, gym, school. And I did that literally throughout my whole, first degree, passed with honors, like literally. And then after that, I was like, okay, what do I want to do, you know, with my life after this? I decided I wanted to do a gap year actually.
Okay. A what?
A gap year.
What's a gap year? Check it.
So gap year. Gap year, yodi kitu ya wazungu. So gap year usually you'd find students who go through, maybe if they finish high school, then they have a chance to go to university, right? But what they would do is they'll take 1 year out to travel and gain experience. So they'll do odd jobs, they'll travel different countries, especially if you're in the UK, you'd go into, you know, the whole of Europe, Italy, what, and all those other places.
Okay.
Gather knowledge, gather, you know, information, work experience, and then come back and now do your uni.
Okay.
So I wanted to take that now after my degree. So it depends on where you want to take it, whether it's after your degree or before. It's whatever you're comfortable with. So I wanted to do it after. Then when I was doing that, I just realized, when I was about to do that, I just realized that my visa was actually expired. So I had a choice to renew the visa, but I had to renew it through schooling.
Okay.
So that's when I said, okay, let me apply for a master's degree. So my first degree was in business studies. Okay. So I applied a master's. I applied to do the master's in international business management. So I didn't have enough time to find whatever I needed to do within that gap year because I didn't really take a year off. Yeah. So I just decided to go into my master's. Now I did my master's. As I was doing my master's, I realized only master's is 1 year. Okay. So I only have 1 year of finding out what I need to do with my life. And I remember my sister telling me like, yo, you're really good at like training people, because I used to train different people. The gym you go to? No, I would train like friends. So I would come back to Kenya, I'd have, you know, some of my friends who I would train, my family members as well, even my sister, we used to like train together as well. So I was quite good at that, training, you know, my friends, my peers, and my family. So my sister was like, yeah, you know, you're really good at it. Maybe turn that into a career. And I was like, you know what? That's actually a good idea. Okay. And when I came back to Kenya, I remember I was sitting with a friend of mine, and he was like, he was talking about an idea that he had with someone else about, you know, a bin company. And he was calling it Simply Bin It. And I was just listening to his story, but I was so zoned out. And he just kept on talking, and I just said, just gym it. Really? And he's like, huh, what are you on about? I'm like, you know, people always complain about working out, complain about what to eat, complain about everything. Yeah, just gym it. Keep quiet and just gym it. Nice. And he's like, oh, interesting. Okay. Immediately as I went back to the UK to start my master's, I applied for my master's, and I also applied for an advanced diploma in sports nutrition. So I was doing that, going from an area called Rochdale, and then now going to Manchester Metropolitan University for the other classes. So that's sports and nutrition. Sports and nutrition, master's in international business management. So I was doing both of them at the same time. Morning, go this side, evening, go this side. Crazy, eh? Yeah, so I knew I needed the paper so that I can, people can believe I'm good at this, right? So, and that's where it started. And I was like, look, I'm gonna come to Kenya. Actually, initially, I wasn't even supposed to come to Kenya to do that. I was supposed to do it in the UK. Okay. But then I realized that everything was set. So I was supposed to even go for, there's this cruises that they usually have, you know, these boat cruises. Yeah. You go out to sea for like 6 months and all that. So I'd applied for that. I've always wanted to do one of those. They're beautiful. Yeah. So I'd applied for that. I was supposed to go for that. But then I realized, I'm like, okay, yes, it's lucrative. Yes, it's, you know, it's easy to implement as well. The UK is somewhere that I've lived for a long time. I might as well just carry it on from there. But then I thought about it. I'm like, in Kenya, there's nothing like that. I have an opportunity to pioneer something great. Yes, it's going to be hard, because there's a lot of convincing I have to do, but it'll be amazing. So I said, you know what, let me take that challenge. I'm someone who's up for the challenge, and so that's when I came back home.
So do you regret it? Like, do you sit back, do you ever sit back and say, maybe I should have just done it in the UK?
No. You know, the UK, there's always this feeling of you're in a house, but the door's always open, like, you know, you can get out if we're not happy with you.
Yeah.
You don't feel home.
You don't feel home. You're not home.
Here I feel home. Here I feel I'm where I'm supposed to be.
Okay.
So whether I have challenges or not, I'm battling it out in my home ground.
Then it's all worth it.
It's all worth it.
So talking about your family, because you talk about your sister, you talk about your mom.
Yes.
Why did you were you born here then you moved? Was it because your parents were working out there or what?
So I was born in Kenya. Was it Nairobi? Oh, my mom's very here, she'll confirm it.
She's here.
Yeah, so I was born in Kenya. I grew up, you know, the early stages of my life, I grew up in Kenya up until probably when I was like 10.
Okay.
My mom worked for, you know, UN, so she moved a lot. So I had an opportunity to go stay with her. Okay. Because go stay with her in Israel, because Israel was one of the places where they actually allowed them to bring their families. Okay. So she was like, you know, now I can bring my family. Yeah. You can come through and stay with me. So that's when I moved to Israel. Okay. When I was about, around 10, 11.
So just you, or you do have like sisters, you have
siblings? Yeah, so I have a sister and I have a brother, but they are...
Mbona hatuwajui?
Because they're not social media people. And then also... no, but there are photos that I have, but ziko chini, if you scroll down, you'll see them down there. Yeah. Sometimes even on my... because I've done a couple of stuff with, you know, the Just Gym It community. Okay. A lot of hikes that we do. You'd see in those videos, you'll see my brother speaking, because he also does. He's quite a good speaker. He's a lawyer. Okay. So he's quite a good speaker as well.
Older than you, younger?
Yeah, older. So that's also another reason why maybe the dynamics are a bit different, because my sister's 8 years older than me. My brother's 10 years older than me. Ooh. So by the time I was 10, they're, you know, 20.
When do you want oops child? You were
literally
an oops baby.
Well, my mom told me she was trying for me, and I was like, Mom, I don't want to know the nasty details. You were trying. But so literally, the age difference is so big, that we didn't have that, you know, interaction as kids. Because by that time, I was 10. I was the only one who was still living in the house. My brother and my sister were in boarding.
High school,
Yeah, exactly. So even going to Israel, they would just visit us, come for, you know, the holidays, and then go back to school. Yeah. For me, I went to school there. Okay. So I lived with my mom there for a bit. Then, you know, obviously because Israel was pretty much like there was war going on and all that. So I didn't stay there too long, about like maybe 2-3 years. Then I had to come back to Kenya. Okay. So I came back to Kenya. I went to Braeburn, actually. I was there for about another 2-3 years. So by the age of 16, that's when I went to North Wales. Okay. And then after North Wales, Liverpool, Manchester, Manchester, back home.
Okay. Yeah. You haven't mentioned your dad.
Yes. Yeah. So my pops, we were like this when I was growing up. But then when I shifted away, when I went to Israel, I didn't see him all the way till, I think, the age of probably 22, 23.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there was
a gap
a gap there. But yeah, now we can talk. Now he's a great guy. Like, you know, we get to hang out. Okay. Yeah, I get to spend time with my pops now.
So when you told your folks, because I can imagine how much was spent in your education when you just talk about the schools and stuff, and then you tell them, nataka tu kukuwa mtu wa fitness, so niko tu. What was their reaction? Because I'm sure in their minds they had these great dreams for you. They wanted you to have certain titles. This is my son, Dr. So-and-so, or engineer. Yes. So what was their reaction when you told them, you know, this is what I want to do?
So, one thing that I'm grateful for is that my mom is open-minded, right? So she's been around different countries, and she's had, you know, a vast wealth of experience from different places, right? She's hanged out with, the Western world. She's seen how that works. She's hanged around, also African people. She's seen how that works as well. So she has, a good array of knowledge. So she's someone she listens. She listens to what my needs, right? She was tougher to my brother and my sister, of course, because she didn't have that wealth of experience by that time. She was still young. But with me, she was more lenient with me.
Okay.
I'm someone who had, piercings by the age of I think 15. I had my first tattoo and I was
because mine is 15.
Yeah.
About.
Yeah. So I had my piercings when I was.
You really had a mind of your own, man.
Yeah. I had tattoos by the age of I think 16, 17.
Yeah.
So, but she was just like, all right. As long as you're studying and you're doing all these things, make sure you're doing it in the right way. So Alikapiti obviously with me, but she accepted that. And we got to conversate about certain things. When I came back to Kenya, she was like, look for a job, and then do this as your part-time, because it's your dream. Do it as a part-time. Ikishika, then you can now do it full-time.
Okay.
But I was telling her, I work best if I don't have a plan B. If this is the only option that I have,
then this is it.
This is it.
Yeah.
But she didn't really, she didn't really want that, because she's not that type of person.
Yeah.
I have an entrepreneurial mindset where it's just I risk a lot.
Okay.
Because I know the gains will be big, but also the downfall will be big, but still the gains will also be big. So then at first I was abiding by those rules, but then I was like, look, wow, I did all these things because of you.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go to university. I did it because you asked me
Me
to.
too.
Even the masters, because you asked me to. So now that I've gotten all these things,
let me do what I really want to.
Yes, let me do what I really want to do.
Yeah.
And then I broke it down to her and I told her, at the end of the day, what did I study? I studied international business management. And for me, I want to manage my business internationally.
Yeah.
So I'm doing what I did in uni.
Yeah.
And she was like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. Cool.
Do your thing.
Do your thing.
But was this, when you came back, was this the first job? Did you ever get into anything else as you were working your way into this?
I've never been employed.
Really?
Never been employed.
Hujawahi kungoja mshahara?
Never. Well, tunangojaga kama content creators.
Lakini si ati ile tunafanyia mtu kwa kampuni ati.
No.
Okay.
Never actually had a job.
Yeah.
Yeah, so came back. I worked at my bro's law firm, ile tu kumsaidia, but not as an employee.
Okay.
Just I would go to his place so that I'm not idle at home, and then I get to work on his laptop as well. But it wasn't, I'm working. Yeah, never been employed.
The first time I saw you, we never spoke, but the first time I met you was at, I think, I don't know if it's called Alpha Fit on Ngong Road. And those, on Saturdays, the challenges that you guys used to put up there. I don't know if you were part of it or you'd gone there. And I was there with a few guys. I remember, I think we were with Akina Bien and and Akina Polycarp. And we came there and we worked out. Then I saw you, I think you were with one of your sons. When he was very young.
Probably my firstborn, because that was a long time ago.
Yeah, that was a very long time ago. And I remember that's the first time I saw you. Yeah,
I used to go there once in a while. Train there a bit. But then I haven't been there in a long time actually.
So how did you think of this location, like ukasema tu hapa Rongai ndio mali nitakuja? I mean, looking at your life and everything, then umekuja Rongai. How did this come to mind?
Rongai is a place that I think people have really looked down on it because of one, the distance. I think the distance is so far.
The distance is.
And then two,
at least now they're expanding the road. So it's,
and then two, I think also because of the dust that usually comes with it.
Yeah.
People are just like, hey, who got the
and every noti matatu comes from Rongai.
Every matris come there. But this place is a business hub.
It is.
Like, there's so many homeowners here.
Yeah.
There's so much money flowing here.
Yeah.
And there's not enough quality of, I guess, even just normal facilities. And one of them is gyms. Like, if I did my recce when I came here. Initially, I was supposed to open up my gym in, those sides of Kilimani. I've done that whole stretch. Kilimani, Lavington.
Yeah.
Hakuna mali sijatembea.
Yeah.
I've looked at all those places. But one, the cost is expensive.
Exactly.
The cost is so expensive of space, land, all that. Here, everything is affordable. But then you also get people. You have a lot of people here.
And there's lots of people.
Exactly.
Here.
So you don't have to depend on guys from the other side, Nairobi, Kilimani, and all that.
Yeah.
You
have enough clientele
here who need good services, and they have the money for it.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
You have people who are buying land out here, building, They go all the way to Kiserian. People move around. So you have this whole journey of people going from Nairobi working, passing all the way to Kiserian. They have a place to stop over. They're getting the same quality of equipment
and service
as they would if they were in Kileleshwa or Kilimani or whatever. So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to bring that here. And so far, I'm enjoying it. Like, it allows me to, a business, you need to be in an environment which allows you to fail, right? Because if you're in a place where you can't really read the dynamics of people, how cash flows and all that. You see, right here, I'm maybe losing money at this thing. Let me shift it at this other thing. Because, if you look at maybe the price of rent and all these other things, they allow you to play around.
To sort of juggle.
Yes, you can juggle things. But sasa ingine unapata kaspace kadogo hivi unaambiwa 800K per month. And you don't even have time to think about other problems. You're working for rent.
Exactly.
You get so it allows you to fail, right? It allows you to fail. As a businessman, the more I'm not saying fail often, but the more you do fail, the more you learn. The more you get better at it. So it allows you to fail at a smaller level, so you can adjust
as you move along. So your clients, like the clients that you have here, do you find that Kenyans are now embracing, working out and taking care of their health more? Is that happening? Ama bado tuko tu pale pa, mwili mpya tutapatiwa binguni?
What I've noticed is there's especially based on the time I came to now, there's a big difference. So there was a time where fitness, wellness was considered a luxury. You have to be of a certain income for you to be able to,
to join a gym,
access good health. But I think with time, people are starting to learn that yes, you can be able to access, fitness or health. Not necessarily by paying expensive gyms or gym membership. You see, like here, it's 4,000.
It's 4,000 a month.
Yes,
that's affordable.
There are gyms out there which is like 10,000, 15,000 and above. But if you're looking at it and like, 4,000, someone's saying, 4,000, that's affordable. I can go there, I can train, I can, put aside 4,000 Kenya shillings.
And to take care of my health.
Yeah, because people are spending 40K a night kwa club.
True.
You get
true, and then you end up spending even more to now take care of your health, and you have to take
doctor bills and all that. So just investing 4,000, it saves you so much in the long run. So yes, people are starting to see it, and then especially after COVID, COVID came, and literally the only thing was saving you was you. There was no medication for it. There was nothing. As long as you're healthy, that's the only thing that can take care of you.
Did you ever catch it?
But I didn't even notice it. Like, I remember there was a time where, because usually when I get a cold for about 3 days, max.
Like
day one, in Akwanga ile, you feel so. Day two, I'm down.
Day 2 inakwanga noma, hata mi day 2 nakwanga ile SGU. Wezi niko hohe hahe.
Alafu day 3, I start feeling, okay, I can start moving again. 4, niko back on my feet.
Oh, okay.
But this time, it took me a week plus. I think it was almost 10 days. I was like, why is this cold not going? But it wasn't bad. It was just, you just feel sickly.
You just feel,
you feel sluggish, lethargic.
Yeah.
So I was feeling that way. And then I was just like, I think I've got something here.
Yeah.
But I never went to get tested or anything.
Yeah.
Just wrote it out. Wore my mask.
Yeah.
Had my fruits, and that was it.
I had it 3 times actually.
3?
Hey Jackie, what's wrong with you? But same as you, it never really put me down, you know.
Yes.
Because now I had to take days off work, obviously. But it never, the things that I needed to do on my own, I was able to do. I was good. All the 3 times.
Good. Thank God. It means you're doing something about your body.
I'm trying, you know, but it was quite a challenging time, I think, for all of us, you know. So sasa hapa kwa gym, na hii look yako, si kuna madem tu ukuja, so I go to the gym as well. And sometimes I see chicks who come, wamevaa hizi tu tufupi tuko hapa, kashati kanafika hapa. Then they come, okay, hi Frankie. I mean, do you get that here?
Hey, as long as they're paying. This is mine.
When is a tu lakini umelipa?
Do your thing.
Okay, but of course you get that.
Of course you get all kinds of interaction. You can ask the person who's handling my business line. Hey, what's up on Ajionea Mambo?
Wacha.
Hey, Ajionea Mambo. Because you know that's a line that's out there. It's on my page. It's everywhere. So people think it's my direct line. It's not my direct line.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so vitu zinaendelea huko.
Kuna vitu zile anaona.
Hey, look at this. Hey, okay.
Yeah. So now talking about women.
Yes.
I'm going to go back a little bit into it. Not much, because I have a lot of respect for the women in your life.
Thank you.
Because they are the mothers of your children. So how did you guys meet? What caused your breakups, and you know, how did you end up now getting back? Because I know that when both of you broke up, both women, there was a lot of controversy, and there was a lot of stories around it, and people created so many stories.
Yes.
And of course, you were the bad one.
Of course.
Okay, wanaume. Me, I'll always be on the men's side, by the way. Mimi hiyo ndo kitu nimejiambia, because men have no one, you know, like unakwanga tu, women, we know how to gang up and just, you know, and stand with our own.
Yes. And that it's commendable, you know, because men, we don't really do that. We don't, men always like, they like being the bigger person. So they would let things slide. Wachana na push. You know, man up.
Or when you're going through something,
women will speak.
Women
so it's
speak.
Commendable.
Yeah. So how did? I'll start with Mo, for example. How did you meet? How was it? How was the breakup, even for you? Because
that's the meeting story. Nataka muende pale 3 Truths No Lie podcast.
Ile yako.
Yes. The conversation is there, exactly how I met them. Both of them.
Okay.
But yes, it was a beautiful story. It's of course something that a lot of people would wish for. But yeah, it'll give more perspective when because it's a lengthy conversation. Okay. But definitely it was a beautiful story, and you would think it was written in the stars, right? Yeah. And that's why I have you know, all the respect for them as well, and I don't like putting out, you know, our personal issues out there, especially if it hasn't. Maybe if something that's been in the public, limelight, exactly. I can touch on it, but I will never have you know, something negative to say about that, because at the end of the day, entertaining the general public for the sake of, you know, just getting views and likes and stuff, and likes, all that, it doesn't do anything for me. At the end of the day, my family matters more than anything.
100%.
So if I'm able to, you know, see my kids, if I'm able to have, you know, well-grounded, you know, baby mamas or mothers of my children, if they're at peace, then they're the ones who are taking care of my children.
True.
So they have to also be in a peaceful mindset. They're not just worried, Frankie nasema nini huko nje.
Nimesikia alikuwa na so and so. What did you say?
So for me, yes, we had our difficulties then because, you know, first of all, at that time I can speak for myself. I was learning myself.
Okay.
I was learning how to handle situations, and I believe also the first situation helped me learn the second situation, and both situations helped me learn myself as well. So I've gotten to understand myself as well in a much deeper manner, right? I know what I want, what I need, what I'm looking for, how to carry myself. So I always say that even going through what I did publicly, because again, I mentioned this before, like my life was breaking down in front of the world. Like everyone is seeing what I'm going through, and everyone has an opinion.
Of what you're going through.
You get, so I don't actually have time to process it. I'm actually battling. I'm not only battling this lady that I love, and I'm trying to make it work. I'm battling social media.
Social media and your own demons as well, because
So I'm like, wait a minute, this is too much. But that it helped me become stronger. Right? Literally, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. It made me realize when I came out of it the other side and I saw, wait, my numbers are going up. I'm able to even open up my own gym. Like business is coming in. Like there are people who are walking up to me and telling me, yo, I heard your story. Bro, I was going through the same thing, and your story got me out of my situation.
Oh, really?
So when you're hearing stories like that, then you're like,
it wasn't all in vain.
Like you can't literally disappear unless you want to disappear. That whole notion of cancel culture, only you can cancel yourself, because you have the power to decide what happens, right? You have a platform, you have to know how to use that platform, right? So and that's when, you know, this new Frankie was born.
Nice.
But with them, both of them, I have a great co-parenting relationship with them. Everything is flowing. You know, not a lot of men can come out and say that. It's very hard to find people, especially just if you're one baby mama. This is two. These are two. So
I see you even working out with Corazon, and I love it. I'm like, nice, because it's the one thing that I keep telling people, because even when you know, you post your videos or whatever posts you have of you and her working out, I don't know why people assume that once you guys are not together, you're enemies.
Oh no.
It never.
I do everything based around my family. So I usually, you know, I class them as my family, because that's what they are, right? They've surpassed something that you can't take back. They've given me life, right? 4 little lives. They've provided that for me. So I can never do without them. And that was actually the mistake that I made initially with Maureen. I tried to like cut it all out, but you can't do that. That's when I was like, wait, what am I doing? So bring her back in and understand, hey, look, you're gonna have forever, Sasa. So
did it need like a voice of wisdom, maybe your mom or someone to tell you, hey, this is your family, you cannot wish them away?
So it was a conversation I had with a couple of people. It wasn't just one person. And then also I went through therapy as well. I did therapy as well. So and after all that, I made that decision myself. So that's the best part of it. Coming to those terms myself. Usually if you have situations like that and then you are, you know, coerced into doing something just so that you keep the peace, you're a little bit reluctant still. When things blow up, unaanza kwa kichwa ngumu tena. But you see, when you make that decision yourself, even if things get tough, even hata nikiona amekaseka namwambia like I joke about it.
You keep it going.
Like yo,
you got to keep it.
Where's the jam? Let's continue. So you'll start understanding that, you know what? Yeah, cool. I'm stuck with this person.
Okay. Okay. Siendi tizi leo, by the way. This is enough.
You're warm up.
So how did you deal with social media?
Yeah.
You know, because there was a lot of backlash.
Yeah.
And a lot of it was towards you.
Yeah.
How did you deal with that?
What I realized the first time was I was trying so hard to prove to people who I am, the type of person that I am. And that's when I realized that doesn't work. No one cares. Actually, the more you try do that, the more someone is pushing and say, it's a wrong one.
Yeah. You're even feeding them more.
Feeding them because they're like, this is what bothers them.
Yes.
This is what bothers them. Oh, you think you're a good family man? No, you're not.
Yeah.
You're lying to
and
us.
we'll prove it to you.
We'll prove it to you.
Yeah.
So, of course, it was, at first it was like, Connie, what's going on? People, why don't people?
Because you're trying to explain it in a good way so that they're like, we understand, but that's not what comes back.
No. So I was like, you know what? Cool. Let me just continue my life. I struggled with that, and then once I went through the second situation, that's when I started discovering myself. Like I started understanding what true confidence in who I am is. Like I don't have to prove anything to anyone. When someone interacts with me, majority of the time when someone interacts with me, they're like, "What? I didn't know you're like this."
Yeah.
You're such, well-spoken individual. You're
true.
intelligent. I'm like, I mean, you see on social media what I want you to see. And actually, you know who taught me that? You wouldn't even believe that.
Who?
Kabi Jesus.
Really?
Yes. So there was a day that I was supposed to work with him on something. He called me. Actually, he was starting his, I think it was Bossman.
Okay.
His clothing thing.
Yeah.
And I was supposed to be one of his models. And I went to meet him. And when I went to meet this guy, he was literally the calmest individual who's talking business. Is like, so what I want us to do is, and I'm looking at him, I'm like,
this is not what I usually see.
This is the same person who's screaming on social media.
And when the wife is like, you push, baby, you can do it.
Yeah.
So like everyone is like,
So I'm like, this is not the same guy. So we did that whole meeting and all that. Then later on, I told him like, hey, bro, what I experienced, meeting you for the first time is totally different. He's like, you know what? Create an alter ego. Like you have to have something that it engages people. Whether it's in a good way or bad way, it's engaging to people. They want to see it. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
So that's his persona online. That's his alter ego online. In real life, he's a straightforward,
grounded guy.
Proper grounded person.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what, that actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And that's where now, like, I created this persona of mkienda mseme ati huyu jamaa anapenda madem wengi nini, I go and do that video where I married 19 women.
Yes.
You get? You say I like, big voluptuous women.
Yeah.
I go take photos with a voluptuous woman.
Yeah.
Yani, whatever you're saying, nenda naifanya times 10.
I love it.
So it became now like people stopped bashing and just started laughing about it.
Yeah.
They just started like, hey, Frankie, kichombaya too, like he's the edgy. But when you meet me,
it's very
you see
different.
a totally different side.
Very
you
different.
see the real me.
Yeah.
So I always leave the real me for the people who I interact with. You get to experience something that not a lot of people get to experience.
Yeah, true.
So yeah, that's how I learned to deal with social media. I understood that social media is literally, it's showbiz.
It is showbiz.
It's showbiz. If you take it to heart, you take it serious.
Yeah.
When don't I do music?
Kabisa.
So just enjoy it. and be real to the real people.
Yeah. Enjoy that and move on to the next. And I see you like sometimes even when you post like even just you've just posted something with a woman.
Yes.
And the first thing people go like they are warning the woman, they're like, Ata we utapatiwa wawili. I know. I'm sure now you enjoy those sort of comments. You're like,
even before I take a photo with someone, I'm like, sure, what does them? Then they laugh about it, then we take a photo. So I embrace it. It's like it's jokes to me. It's all jokes to me now. You take it to heart.
I really hope a lot of, and especially young upcoming social media users, you know, hear that and listen to that and take it in, because I see a lot of people getting very stressed, and all of it just comes from social media. I have been unfollowed, they're saying this stuff about me. And sometimes you ask someone, these things they're saying, is it true? They're like, no, it's not true. Then why should it bother you? When someone calls you a cow, you can't get angry because someone called you a cow, because you'll never change it to a cow. You know, that's what I tell them. I'm like, it's not true. And the people who truly know and love you and cherish you will read it and say, no, this is not Jackie. Jackie doesn't do this. You know, that's what I tell people. I'm like, if you're going to come and ask me, hey, nimeona kitu imeandikwa kuhusu social media ni ukweli? You really don't know me.
That's actually what I realized. There was a time where there was a video that was posted by you know, one of the ladies. She posted a video, I guess disputing everything. That was at the height of the beef. And I remember that night. It was a night when it dropped. I remember that night. I think around 4,000 people unfollowed me. Damn. That night. 4,000 people unfollowed me. I woke up. I went, did a response video to it, edited it. 24 hours didn't even pass, and I dropped that video. And when I dropped that video, 6,000 people followed you. That's why I was like, hey, these people they don't know what they want. They do not know what they want.
And those 6,000
in a span of less than 24 hours. It went boom, boom. So
ni kama watu 4,000 wanalirudi na wakarudi na wengine 2,000.
2K. So I was like, what's going on? You know, you can't really tell. I mean, if you're just doing things to please social media, hey, you'll be working every single day.
True.
It's hard.
True.
You can never please them.
And it can never be enough.
It can never be enough.
Oh, nice. Okay. So sasa because hapa sasa naona tena nguvu yangu imeisha.
Twende tuinue chuma pale.
Twende tuinue chuma kidogo.
You know, I have a 100 kg dumbbell in this gym. 100
kg?
100.
Can you lift that? So who?
Squeezy siezi. Kuna time nilieza.
So 100 kg ni ya nani? Ni nani who lift 100?
Whoever feels like they are man enough. Or woman enough. I'm sure kuna watu wale wanaweza.
Kuna wale watu wanaweza pambana. Aliftata kama ni mara moja. Nishaangukiwa na hii plate.
Kwa mguu?
Ya 25. Hapa.
Did it break?
It didn't break.
What?
It didn't break, but and I was crippled for a while.
How did it not break?
I don't know, man. Actually, I thought it had break because
a high point.
It wasn't really a high point. Actually, it was just like from somewhere here. Nilikuwa hapa then ikaanguka ikanika.
For a long time.
It did.
Because these things are heavy. They're very heavy. Unaweza ona ni hivi plus lakini ndani ni chuma.
Lakini ndani ni chuma. So hii ndio hapa sasa ndio kwa weights.
So again, if I wish I could just drop all these walls and just have one, you know, whole full complete gym. But then obviously because of the setup of the space, it was actually designed for, you know, offices and stuff like that. So I decided to split it up. So this one now is our weights room.
Okay.
We have all the dumbbells in there from, I think it's 5, I'm at 2.5.
Or 2.5, huh?
I know 5, hapa ni 5 kg.
Naona 5 pale.
Tools ni hii side ingine 1 kg, 2 kg.
Utu tudogo tu.
Utu tudogo alafu inaenda.
Hizo ndo zetu. Alafu
inaenda. I think 5 unawezana pia na. Then 5 all the way to 60. Then ukigonga 60 inaruka tu 100.
Hiyo 100 hata inatisha.
Ni noma.
It's huge.
May collect vumbi. Wameipanguza tu saizi, but hiyo na collecting vumbi because no one moves it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we have our power rack here. This one's usually for, you know, squats. Again, because limited in terms of, you know, too much space.
Yeah.
This machine does actually the same thing as this machine, right?
Okay.
It's a pulley system.
Oh, this one.
This one over here. It has a pulley system.
Okay.
No. So it's good for back movements.
Okay.
And stuff like that.
Show me one.
Yeah,
mgongo.
Lazima. You need there's like a chair which is usually here, but sahi hakuna. So I'll just show you while I'm kneeling.
Okay.
But you can actually do it kneeling or seated.
Okay.
Whatever you feel comfortable with.
Okay.
So unaweza piga hiyo.
Is it heavy?
You might feel it. Hebu jaribu.
It is, but
I feel.
I can try. With one leg.
Hivyo tu. You feel it?
Yes, I do.
Mpaka nasikia mabonzi na crack.
Unasikia zina crack? We.
Ndio. Good. Twende. 4. Twende mpaka 10. 5. Good. 6. Great job. 7. 8. 2 more. 9. Last one will hold it next. Up, hold it. Sawa, pole.
Mimi nakwambia hii ni workout, my friend.
Ndio. So yeah, squat rack here. We have a dip station here. You see that bar over there?
This one.
Yeah, you can connect it onto this. This thing has a lot of things which you can connect it with.
Okay.
I can even actually order more stuff to connect onto this thing. But yeah, it has all kinds of pulley systems that you can use. It's called a power rack, so you use a lot of things on that one.
Okay.
Very, very good investment that I did. This one.
Hii ya kupulivi, it's good. It's good for the back as well.
They usually say if, we usually say that it's good. If you can do pull-ups and push-ups, that's the best way to test your strength, your actual strength. That means now umekuwa na nguvu. If you can do pull-up and push-ups, at least 10, you have good strength.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's usually the first thing you have to start working on. Your pull-up and your push-ups, and then ukibuild hiyo, now ndo unaweza ingia sasa uanze my weights and other things like that.
So what are your peak hours here? Is it
so usually morning? Usually morning because we open at 6 all the way to about 9.
Usually. You close at 9?
No, 9 is 6 to 9 a.m.
6 to 9 a.m. Peak hour.
Yeah. And then after that, you have one people coming through, and then again it kicks off at around, let's say 5:36, all the way to 8.
Okay.
And then it starts dying down because we close at 10.
Oh.
Yeah. So we open at 6, close at 10.
Close at 10. Oh, nice.
Yeah. Initially, when I first opened, I was the only one who was here training guys and all that. So we didn't do the whole Paka 10 thing. So I would close at maybe around 8, 7.
Oh, you were the only one training?
I was only, because, initially I got someone, but then...
Biashara vile inakwanga.
Nikasema hapa, let me do the training myself.
Yeah.
Build that loyalty from my clients.
Yeah.
They get to understand, what Just Gym It is all about. Because only you can sell what you want to sell. Like, someone else can't sell your vision.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I did that for about maybe 6 months. Hata kwa ofisi yangu pale, kuna hiyo, you've seen the couch that's there?
Yeah.
You know it's a sofa bed.
Oh, it's a sofa bed. Kuna lala hapa.
Sio za zingine, most times. I will sleep here, lock up, sleep here. They will close the whole building.
Yeah.
Na lala pale.
Okay.
In the morning, so that by 6 I have, because if you see my office, there's a fridge. There's a computer, there's everything. So
it's a self-contained office.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll spend time here, train guys, and then once I started realizing, okay, I can now pass over to actual trainers. I did the whole vetting, got good trainers, and then started handing them the clients one by one. But I had to like take them through certain sessions together as they're seeing, and then slowly handing them over.
So do you still do that? Like, do you still help to train the clients, or sasa when source unakanga pale kwa ofisi?
Saizi I come here like not that of maybe like once or twice in a week. Yeah, because I have good guys. I think you've met my boys.
Yeah, I've met one of them there.
I have 2 trainers here who do a great job. So yes, I'm informed. I usually get phone calls from my mom, because she's the one who.
Oh, she's here mostly, yeah.
Yeah, so for her, I was looking for someone who can do admin for me, and then kasema, me, I've retired, I've come home, I'm doing nothing. Might as well come and help you.
Sidhani naweza kuweka mama yangu kwa biashara yangu nikako na biashara. Client anaweza kuja lipe. Akinyi, alikuja akalipa, asa nitumie. Sasa.
So you see, with her, what she was doing was pretty much the same thing, but now on like a
higher level.
For guys up top in the whole of the UN. So this is like it's very easy for her. It's nothing, right?
But it keeps her busy.
Yeah, she's head of HR and all that. Like she did way more. This is actually it was overkill. She's overqualified.
Yes, of course,
now. But she enjoys it. It keeps her young. She's helping out her son. So
no, and I saw her. I didn't think that's your mom, because Muga told me Frankie's mom is here. He's on his way. So I came, I'm like, this must be one of the employees, because she looks really young.
Yeah.
And like Mama Frankie, I'm like, Allah.
So that's what I'm saying. It keeps her young, because also she works out here. She, when you get older, the more you move, the more youthful you stay.
Yeah, you stay. Unazeeka kabisa.
So she enjoys doing it. So it's something that she helps me out with. She gives me calls. Hey, this and this is happening. What do you think? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool.
She keeps things in check.
Kabisa.
That's
so
amazing.
Even now, when the time comes when she's like, okay, I'm done with this, let's get someone for admin. For one, I know what I'm looking for, because already I've seen.
Yeah, she's already set up there.
And then 2, she'll do the handing over properly, because she's already seen the inner workings of it. So it works.
That's nice. Asante Frankie, nimefurahi sana kuongea na wewe.
No, thank you for coming through.
Thank you so much.
I think it was the first time tulipatana, tulikuwa na watu masherehe.
Tulikuwa na watu na sherehe ilikuwa nyingi.
To be honest, this is the first time we've interacted, even if it's in front of camera. It's the first time we interacted, and I believe you're a great person. And you've been in our industry for a while. Tulikuwa tunakuona pale with brother enjoying that, my childhood with that, So
thank you so much
for the industry.
Asante sana, nashukuru.
Huku ndio kwetu sasa. Uliona huku physio?
Sijaona huku.
So this is our physio. Actually, let me put you on this machine.
Oh, nice. Hii ni ya nini?
Hii, this machine is it's called body composition machine, right? It helps with literally knowing everything about your body. Right?
Usianze hapa kuniambia hata Jackie uko na hii ugonjwa, hata sijui
uko sawa. Usiogope. So, I'll need you to take off your shoes, paka socks. Ukanyage. 1, 2, 3, 6. Body composition.
What are these?
Sasa. Now, this is your, we'll go step by step. This is your water, Sindio? Total body water, 32. normal range 41 to 50. Namaanisha ukunywe maji. Hiyo maji unatudanganya.
No, hii ya nini ndipo hii nimekwambia nimeanza tu last week. Also I need to drink more water.
He'll tell you everything. Here is kudanganya. Protein 10. Normal range 7.8 to 10. So uko perfect, uko within range.
Nyama nararua. Nyama kuku.
Salts 2.63.
Okay.
Right? Which again, uko mbali.
Okay.
2.7 is the lowest. 3.32 is supposed to be the highest.
Okay, so does that mean that I need to take more salts?
Yeah. You see the way ulikuwa nasema you put in your nini salts?
Yeah.
That would be perfect.
Okay.
If you continue just doing that.
Okay.
Fat 36.
When it should be 12.
12 is the lowest. 18 is the highest.
So are you saying I'm fat?
Yeah.
Okay. So I need to lose a bit more, eh?
Yes. This second one up weight.
Yeah.
82.
I am over.
You're over. However, this thing also you might be over lakini not really. Okay, yes, muscle, you see, you can take into consideration muscle because kuna 24 kgs of it which is muscle.
Okay.
Obviously woki kwa hapa, you know, between 51 and 69, utakuwa kakonda sana.
Nitakuwa mkonda sana. Hata kuna wakati nilikonda hivyo nikaenda ushago. Kukakuwa na rumors mpaka mama akanipigia. Watu wanauliza hapa kama wewe ni mgonjwa.
Kama unaenda.
Unaenda.
Yeah, so maybe you might, if you're 82, maybe say put yourself at like in the 70s, maybe 75, around that, you'll be good.
Okay.
Yeah.
That I can do.
Yeah, and then fat. So what you're doing is you're replacing that fat with muscle.
Okay.
Which will be okay.
Yeah.
Because you see, hapo ukichange hizi mbili, because your muscle iko normal 24, but your fats iko above, which is, so it's for you to switch it over.
Okay. Okay.
Alafu BMI. Usually I don't really follow BMI that much. It doesn't take into consideration muscle. However, it's saying your BMI is over. But it's not over by too much. Right?
Yeah, so it's something I can work on.
Yes, yes. Moisture ratio, ndio ulikuwa nakwambia lazima kunywa maji, 39.
When 50, it should be 50.
50 to 62.
Nisaidieni na maji.
Lazima kunywa hapo maji.
Nisaidieni.
Alafu, as you can see hapo venye unasema, majority of your fat iko wapi?
Kwa hips.
Midsection, hips.
As you guys can see. As you guys can see.
Alafu, we come to this other side.
Okay.
Protein, normal. Salts, lacking. Fat, excessive.
Lazima pia hii machine lazima jue mimi ni mjaluo.
Alafu, weight, excessive.
Excessive.
Muscle, normal.
Normal, okay.
So your muscle mass iko fiti.
Okay.
Fat, excessive. Alafu ukikuja hapa to obesity assessment, BMI nasema uko excessive. Hii hapa
severe obesity. Oh, Muga, you laughing? You cannot even come here. You cannot even come here. This machine will just okay. Yeah.
So it's saying here your ideal weight is supposed to be 60.
60.
But no, 60 utakuwa a bit too small.
Too small.
As I said, hapo 75 utakuwa fiti.
Okay.
Like, especially if you're taking consideration that it's muscle as well. This is your weight control, how much you need to cut. Fat control, how much you need to cut. Muscle, what you need to cut. You see, muscle inasema 0, uko sawa tuendelee hivyo.
Okay.
Your base metabolism, what your body uses to burn, is 1,637 calories.
That's what I need to burn every day.
That's for you to survive, for you to be
survive in this world.
For you to just function, bodily functions. This is how much you need to consume.
Okay. Oh, that is how much I need to consume.
Yes, just for you to, without wewe kuongeza anything in your life. Just for you to inatonga base metabolic rate, just for you to just survive. Ukwe tu unapumua, organs ina function, kichwa inawaka, akili inawaka, hivyo tu.
Na ndio
1600.
Okay.
Alafu health assessment 44, so 44%, which is just below average. Okay. It means ukiongeza those things that we've talked about, you know, a little bit more muscle, reduce the fat as well, you'll be able to now increase that health assessment. Okay. Now this part, the main thing, physical age. So this is how your body functions, right? So you have your actual age, which is 45, but you have a physical age, how your body is functioning.
Okay.
So your body is functioning like a 49-year-old. Umejiongezea?
Nimejiongezea miaka 4.
4 years.
Akisiamini.
Yeah. So you'll notice when you change all these other things that we've discussed, you'll notice your physical age starts dropping.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So you know, the reason why I bought this, there was a time 2 years ago I traveled to Thailand, and I went there for medical tourism. So I was promoting medical tourism.
What's medical tourism?
Pretty much, you know, you see the way guys go to India to have, you know, certain, medication done for them. So let's say if they're suffering from cancer, they go there because they have the best equipment, best treatment and all that. So I was introducing now people to Thailand because they also have good state-of-the-art equipment and also medical care. So I'd gone there, I was taken there by the Thai embassy. Okay. So I went there and, you know, obviously we're going through this whole, you know, different hospitals and all that. And nikapatana na ingine where I came in contact with this machine. Yeah. And they were like, look, let's do your test, nini tufanye kila kitu. Yeah. It broke down everything for me. Yeah. I was just like, nikirudi Kenya lazima ninunue hiyo machine.
Oh yeah.
And true enough, I ended up buying it. You know what he was telling me?
Yeah.
I did the whole test and all that. Physical age at that time I was 33.
Yeah.
I think I was 33.
Yeah.
Told me my physical age was 28. Nikasema yenyewe nafanya kazi.
Yo, umesema tu sababu kuna kamera.
Nikasema yenyewe nafanya kazi. So the good thing is there's a way that you feel when those numbers are shown to you.
Yeah.
It's very easy for me to just tell you, hey, una need kuingia gym ukate weight.
Yeah, but now when you see
the number, like unaona, I'm being aged.
Yeah.
I need to do something about it.
And
It hits home.
It's all about the lifestyle.
It's literally just changing 1 or 2 things. Yeah. And you'll be able to. Kuna jamaa alikuja hapa akaambiwa na function kako 80. Akasema no.
Yeah.
He's leaving. He's like, I have to come back.
Yeah. Oh.
Ni train.
No, I'm
the guy signed up. He signed up the next day.
Yeah. I needed this.
Yeah.
I needed this because I've really been slacking on my. I'm like, leo siendi kesho nitaenda. Leo acha tu nikule chapati. Kesho acha nikule mkate, you know.
So what I can suggest for you to do is unaona hii breakdown, this report that you've gotten.
Yeah.
Take it with you.
Yeah.
Have it. Do your journey. Give it 3-4 months.
Then I come back.
Rudi.
Sawa.
Rudi, wewe niambie tu ile siku unataka kurudi.
Nitakwambia.
Rudi tupige. Uone tu, you'll see the changes because the numbers don't lie.
True.
It doesn't lie. You put in effort. Gym is one of those things where you get what you put in.
True.
You get what you put in.
Yeah, that is, I needed that.
Yeah.
Muga nitumie this your report. Asante.
Wapa. No problem.
Asante Frankie.
No problem.
Hiya. So Frankie, apart from your gym, of course I know that you're very heavy on social media influencing.
Yeah.
So what other projects do you have coming up?
Well, there's a couple of things which I'm working on. 2 of them are quite big, but then ziko chini ya maji kwanza.
Okay.
But stay tuned for that.
Okay.
Then obviously there's the podcast that we've just launched.
Yeah.
That was it's actually an international West African company that's coming to East Africa.
Okay.
It's called Glitch Africa. So we're doing that in the podcasting space.
Oh, nice. So what's the pod about?
It's just raw conversations. Like it's called 3 Truths No Lies. So it's just you telling your truth.
Oh, okay.
Right? And you know, it's not based necessarily on guests. It's just conversations that we usually have on a day-to-day basis, and then we're bringing out the truths in them.
Who's this we?
So it's myself, King Kalala, and then there's a Ugandan lady as well called Christine Ampera. So there's the three of us, different voices as well. So we have, myself, I'm pretty, calm, collected. There's a way that I bring out information. And then there's Kalala again, there's a way she brings out information. She has a loud, ways of doing things, very passionate. And then we have Nampera, who's, she gives off that, that Ugandan feel, that submissive Ugandan traditional woman. She has that, that point of view or that aspect to her. Yeah, so 3 different personalities come together just to chop it up.
Na nini? Kwa hali ya nini mapenzi? Mapenzi na kupelekaje?
Mapenzi? Nimechorea.
Umechorea? Unasema character development hapa kule
mapenzi ni noma. So I don't see the need for me to necessarily be with someone just now, like the way I am.
You're in a good space.
I'm in a good space. And I don't think I'll be able to give someone what they're looking for. There's so many things that I'm focusing on myself with, that I really don't see myself giving my time and energy into someone else.
At least not now.
Not now. So yeah, but where I am, ni kujienjoy tu.
Kujienjoy. Na kuna kuchapa wera. Do you think you're going to have other kids?
Most definitely. Unajua mimi ni Mluya, so.
Aya, wewe ni Mluya. By the way, hata sikuuliza.
Yes.
Nataka kukutumia nini? Nataka kukutumia pesa kwa simu ndio nijue jina zako.
Tuma.
Oh, you're Luya?
Yeah, so I'm half Luya, half Kikuyu.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm more like Shinyalo.
Oh, Shinyalo. Wewe wenda ucha kweli?
Sijaenda, but I would love to.
You'd love to go?
I'd love to go. Something that I'm planning on doing. Ningie huko Kakamega. Nione pali watu wangu wako.
Mali watu wako wako. Unajua hii dunia bila Waluya haiwezi.
Of course.
Like Waluya wako na content left, right and center.
Everything.
Every day there's always something from Luya.
Yes.
From Luya land.
Yes. Those are my people.
Yeah. So now tukimalizia, I just want to know, like, what are some of the things, because you studied nutrition as well.
Yes.
And nutrition is just one of those some of those things that we really tend to ignore, things that seem obvious to anyone else, but we seem to ignore. What is that one advice that you probably give, let me say me, when it comes to nutrition? What is that one thing that I should never ignore?
Well, one thing that you must have in your meals is a balance, right? One balanced diet, and then also balance in your diet, right? So people usually think diet means eating to lose weight, but diet is actually just what you eat. If you eat burgers every day, that's your diet. Because
there's all this, there's keto diet, there's intermittent
fasting. Yeah, those are just like they're ways of assisting you to lose weight, right? Some of them are fads, some of them are proven. So, but the name diet itself is just the style. It's not even the style. It's just how you eat on a daily basis, right? So, like I said, the one thing which you have to understand is the balance, right? So balanced diet in terms of having your carbohydrates, your proteins, and your fats, right? That's your balanced diet. And then also balance in terms of a percentage of it has to be clean or useful, and then the other percent you can be playful with it. In order for you to be consistent. So you can have maybe like 70–80% of your diet is your clean foods. You have your vegetables in there, you have your sweet potatoes, arrowroots, you have your lean meats, chicken, beef, fish, right? But then, you know, the other 20% you can have, you know, maybe a slice of pizza, you can have some deep fried food, you can have, because at the end of the day, that's how you build longevity. Not everyone is looking to become a bodybuilder. Not everyone is looking to become an athlete. So you don't have to start sitting down and calculating each and every macronutrient and calorie and saying
that you're having.
No.
Yeah.
Majority of the people also who train and come, you know, to my gym and also to ask for my advice are people who work a 9 to 5, they're in the offices, corporate world. I want your time.
Really?
They need to find balance very fast. So if you start telling them all these complicated things, it's very easy for someone to fall off. Yeah, so balance. Balance is the key. Yeah, it's the key thing to have.
What's your guilty pleasure?
I'm a sweet tooth, so like ice cream. I like ice cream.
Umesema you're a sweet tooth, nikakumbuka niliacha chocolate kwa gari ya mtu.
Sasa wewe ndio sweet tooth kabisa.
Damn.
If that triggers you, you're a sweet tooth kabisa. So for me, usually like ice cream. I like. You've heard of Ben & Jerry's? That's actually my favorite ice cream. What? Usually you can get it from Carrefour. They have
ice cream.
Yes, I used to have it when I was in the UK.
Yeah.
That one and Häagen-Dazs.
Yes, I know that. Yeah.
Yeah, those are my favorite brands. Yeah. So I can have that. I like biscuits, but like biscuits which are chocolate filled.
You're kidding?
Yes, I don't like it.
You're not an Oreo guy though.
Okay, Oreo not that much. Oreo, what I usually do with, I buy ice cream, I buy, you know, if it's Häagen-Dazs or whatever, and then I take Oreos and I crush it on top. So that's my guilty pleasure. Yeah, but like just having Oreos just like that, not really a fan.
Okay.
Yeah. So those are some of the things which I enjoy.
Okay.
I'm not really a soda guy. If I'm gonna have soda, Coke Zero, something which is 0 calorie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stony is actually 0 calorie in Kenya. There's another one which I forgot what it's called, but there's another one as well which is 0 calorie. Okay. So I would have 0 calorie drinks. I don't like. I feel like drinking your calories is the biggest waste of calories.
Yeah.
Like, ata ushibia or chew anything, like what's the point? Yeah, I want to chew some, I want to taste it, I want it to last in my mouth for long.
Yeah.
Rather than just drink.
Just gulp it. Okay.
It's pointless, yeah.
Oh, nice.
So that's what I can say.
Sawa. Asante sana.
No problem.
Nimefurahi. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Yes.
This has been my guest, Frankie Just Gym It, at his gym, Just Gym It, right here in Rongai. Called what plaza?
Raquel Plaza.
Raquel Plaza yes. On the 3rd floor.
Yes.
It's amazing. It's affordable. So man, if you're like me, who needs to lose a bit or to just keep fit, this is the place to be. Thank you so much for joining us on the Netwalking TV.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Yay, food time!
Tukule sasa.